Hey, good morning, everybody. So, what I want to talk about today is mindset. And entrepreneurship is all about having the right mindset. And as I talked about yesterday, it all starts with you selecting something that you enjoy to do and growing a business in that. Because to get the right mindset, you got to be in that environment that you enjoy and not the other way around. And again, like everybody else, when I started as a young entrepreneur and I didn't have much money, obviously it was about probably more about the money. Hey, I need to get some money to get going right in life. And so I think that's the first mistake that I made on some of the early business. I made a little bit of money, but I could have made more if I had picked something that I was probably a bit more passionate about. And that's what happened, right? I was fortunate to have some really great success early on in my early 20s is my first business in real estate brokerage, and which I'll talk more about real estate commercial brokerage during college and after college, and having that early success and having those big checks come in made me really think through about what I wanted to do. And that's when I quickly realized that, and I think inherently I knew this, but I think I just need to, I think it just, that accomplishment of making that type of money so young just pushed it even more that it's more than the money, right? It's about being of service, and that's something you'll hear me talk about on the channel, and that's part of the channel as well that I want to do on YouTube. It's not the bling bling. You can see I'm not really editing these videos. It's just me just sharing just the raw knowledge with you guys. It's not. This is my real office here, right? There's no some artificial background. It's just me sharing with you guys. And entrepreneurship is about service. It's, of course, you have to make money. You have to feed yourself. You have to feed your family. But you have to really look for a double bottom line business, right? Which you've probably heard about before. A business that obviously makes some money for you to be able to support yourself and put money aside and all those things, but really also is of service and makes a difference and that you care about. That's also obviously a very important point. So, and then once you have that, then the mindset is easier to have, because when I say mindset, I'm also in this channel, I want to talk about working out, diet. These are all things a part of the mindset. You got to be of equilibrium to make it work. It can't just be one skill. I mean, again, when I was young, I still feel young, but when I was in my 20s, it was really the pure drive of just, having those early successes is what drove me. But I was out of balance on that and needed to balance the other things. And so big push for me with this channel is to make sure that you guys are as balanced as you can be, because entrepreneurship is a long game, right? And a hard game, especially if you don't enjoy doing what you're working on, which is why I'm just harping on that point. But you need all those pieces together, right? You need to work out, you need to eat right, and you need to be working on the right things to have the right mindset to do anything, really. Because then it becomes, what happens is you're going to get grinded down, and it happens all the time. This is why people quit. That's why businesses don't make it, they fail. It's because people get worn down, as they should. I mean, if you're not working out, if you're not eating right, if you're working on the thing, if something you're not really interested in, you're not really passionate about, then it's just going to be a terrible outcome, and you're going to give up, and then you're going to think that entrepreneurship doesn't work. Because again, the point of the channel is don't fall for the media speech or the bling and bling or the billionaire or whatever you're seeing out there on Instagram or whatever other platform. Don't let any of that fool you. You need a gut check. And that's probably also part of the channel, is a gut check that entrepreneurship is a way to make a living, right? There is obviously a way to make a fortune, and we'll talk about the definition of fortune, but there is obviously a way to make money, but the basic level is you're doing this because you're so passionate about it. You just, the job you have now, you just can't stand anymore because you got to go do that thing. And that thing you want to do, you can't do at your job, and you just got to do it. You're obsessed with it. That's what entrepreneurship is. And then hopefully you can make a living from it initially, so you can support yourself and then grow from that. But that's really what entrepreneurship is about. It's about being creative and working on a thing that you can't do anywhere else. For me, my passion and the thing, and I think I've talked about in other videos is building modular, affordable housing, energy efficient housing. And you can go to my other channel, Modular Building, if you wanted to learn more about that. But that is what drives me. And the things we're working on right now, we're working on a net zero ready modular house from the factory, cottage from the factory. There's really no one working on that. So it's like I can go somewhere and work on that. I have to create it myself. And so that's what I'm working on with a team of folks. Obviously, it's not myself, just me. The entrepreneur is the one leading the idea and leading the drive and bringing the energy and the passion. But it takes a whole set of people to make it happen. And that's another thing, obviously, on the channel we'll talk about as well. You know, I think as much as an Elon Musk fan as I am, I do wish that he would, and he does sometimes. I don't want to give him too much crap, but you know, I wish he would talk more about the teams that are making it happen. Because of course he's got the vision, he's got the drive, he's the one who started, you know, and put all his money on line to make it happen. So for sure, without him, there's no way that would happen. But then he's got all those great people that have joined his mission to go ahead and do it, and that's just as important. And you need all those pieces together. But then it goes back to mindset, right? And that's the point of the videos. It all starts with mindset of the founder, mindset of all the folks that are working together. And to have that mindset, again, you got to be of quote unquote healthy mind and to be balanced. And to have a healthy mind, you need to be balanced. And so having a good diet, working out. When I say working out, you don't need to go run marathon. That's another discussion for another day. You do that, that's great, but you don't need to go to that extreme. Just going out and walking in a day. You know, we were designed to walk. Walking's great. Just something. Do something to get movement. Because when you get movement, you also spark ideas. That's where I get my best ideas from, is when I go for a run with my dog, or I go for a workout. When I'm moving is when I get my thoughts going. And it's really also when I think about these videos, and that helps as well, is what am I going to be talking about? Because there's so many, you know, again, I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. There's so many things I want to talk about that I'm trying to narrow it down and focus. Like, for example, today, mindset. And I'll be talking about mindset again. This is not just going to be one video and that's it for mindset, but I just want to start to introduce these thoughts with you to think about, and also help drive the conversation. You know, if you can comment, like, subscribe, and comment down below with questions that you have, you know, regarding mindset, you know, I'm happy to drill further down. That's what I want to do. But just remember that being entrepreneurs is the complete solution. And if you just focus on just the startup alone or just the business and not the other pieces, it's just not gonna stand. It's like building a house. If you don't have a strong foundation, it's gonna fall down. And I think mindset is a big part of that foundation. And plus, you'll be healthier, you know, better quality of life, right? I mean, you want your brain to work 100%. You don't want to be limited. And so having owned a fitness gym in the day, which was a franchise I invested in years ago, which I'll be talking about in this channel, helped me understand all those things. I was always working out, always like doing sports, but I think the diet part was missing. And so early on, when I had that fitness gym and I started going down the rabbit hole of the wellness, the you know, what you eat, what you consume, that helped me round out that piece of it, which is just as important as the other pieces. So we'll talk about mindset. And we'll also talk about all the businesses I've been involved in and things, lessons learned. And again, help me drive the conversation, ask questions, and let's get a conversation going. And again, this is the opposite of Bling Bling YouTube channel. You're not going to see me sporting any Lamborghinis or anything like that. Or I had a watch, but the battery stopped working, and I just enjoy not having a watch. So I don't even wear a watch, but I've been successful enough. I mean, you know, I've been successful enough. You can see I've got this. This is my home office. Got a beautiful big home office with a nice library, and so for sure I've been successful to have that. But the other things are not as important. So look forward to it and appreciate the comments. Talk to you guys soon.